Right? So yeah, I have 1 hour 58 minutes. I'll try and complete GK in 12 to 15 minutes, and then probably move to quant, wherein I'll attempt all the questions and try and finish it in 15 minutes. Since there are 15 questions, so half an hour, and then I'll attempt the rest of the three sections. All right, so let's begin. Right Livelihood Award is known as Nobel Prize for Sweden. So this is the Swedish prize. This is the alternative Nobel Prize which we are talking about. So I'm pretty sure it is B. Right Livelihood Award established in the year. This I'm not sure. Which of the following organizations in India has got the Right Livelihood Award 2021? Yes, Greenpeace, Clean Air, the LIFE, the Legal Initiative for Forest and Environment is the correct answer here. There were three winners, six winners, four or nine. Uh, Between three and four. So I'll just put it as a review. I am not sure. Current Prime Minister of Sweden. So this is Löfven for sure. Uh, all right. ये क्या है? Namami Gange project is also known as River Basin Clean Ganga National Mission for Clean Ganga. This will be National Mission for Clean Ganga. ठीक है. Dash is the Union Minister for Environment, Forest and Climate Change. So this will be Bhupendra Yadav, without saying. Gadkari is the Highways Minister. Rajnath Singh, of course, is the Defense Minister. Piyush Goyal, of course, is Minister for multiple portfolios. Fictional character Dash has been made official mascot of Namami Gang. ये तो मुझे नहीं पता है. This I'm not sure. So let it be. Namami Gange project is being operated under Jal Shakti, Water Resources, River Development and Ganga Rejuvenation, Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Ayush. So this is now changed. So the ministry is changed to Jal Shakti. So this is the correct answer. Comics of character will be easily launched. This also I don't know. Has become the first state to organize cultivation of dalchini. Yes, this is something which I heard. Agriculture Minister Verin recently launched a pilot, blah 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 blah. Okay. And why is the answer written here? The answer is written here. I don't know why. Is it Himachal Pradesh? I'm not sure. Yes, guys. What do you think should be the answer? First state to have organized Dachini. Help me here. Is it Arunachal Pradesh or Himachal Pradesh? Between the two. I think I'll go with the obvious here. Current Minister of Agriculture is Narendra Singh Tomar. Yes. True cinnamon in which of the following countries? No. Scientific name of true cinnamon, this also I'm not sure. Current Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh. He's the governor, R.V. Arlekar. Bhupesh Baghel, of course, is Chhattisgarh. Jairam Thakur is the correct choice. हाँ अब बताओ 2021 Durand Cup is the Dash edition. No idea. 2021 Durand Cup was won by हाँ ये I can guess. I think it will be Goa. Delhi, Bengaluru, Hyderabad की अच्छी teams हैं नहीं तो I'm just going ahead with a guess. हाँ. Really not sure. During football cup, also known as Durant Cup, is also which first held in. ये भी मुझे नहीं पता. Must be like 1800s or something. So between Gangtok and Shanghai, I'll have to decide. So I'll put this as it was held in uh, West Bengal or Maharashtra के बीच में होगा. I'll pick Maharashtra. I'm not sure. I'll also put it under review. India's ranked. ये भी I have no clue. 106 or 119th types का कुछ. Alright, let's move ahead. Air India, okay. Government in had taken control of airline from Tata Group, which was founded in 1932. Had taken control. भाई taken control तो 48 में था. 53 में तो majority तो मतलब between the options it will be 53. 48 में भी नहीं 46 या 47 में government had bought like 49% stake and then the majority stake was bought in 1953. Was founded as Tata Airways, in fact, which was renamed as Tata Airlines. So A will be the correct choice. Is the current Union Minister for Civil Aviation. So this will be हाँ ये अपना सिंधिया right. Air India was founded by J.R.D. Tata, current chairman of Tata Sons N. Chandrasekharan. All right. अभी ये देखते हैं. Ethiopia has been sworn for a second year term. I have no clue. I have no clue. This I'm not sure. Was elected as Australian Chancellor after designation of Sebastian Kurz. So, yeah, I think Schellenberg is the correct choice. Iran's first president following country's 1979 revolution has died in Paris, where he lived. Okay, okay. So Khomeini is current one. I think has to be between C and D. So I'll have to guess here. I'm not sure whether I'll be correct. I'll go with D. I'll put it as review. Leader of Labour Party in Norway has assumed charge. This also I'm not sure. Of the Indian Constitution mentions the Prime Minister is one who is appointed by the President. So Article 61, of course, is impeachment. 75 will be the correct answer. 133 to Supreme Court ka appellate jurisdiction and 113 is again related to bills. ठीक है. Reserve Bank of India can authorize banks to collect direct taxes on behalf of the CBDT, Central Board of Direct Tax. Has been authorized by RBI to collect direct and indirect tax. What is the news? Okay. Yeah. So this, of course, is ये अपना agent bank of RBI. So this will be IndusInd. RBI has authorized Dash scheduled commercial bank to collect direct taxes. ये तो नहीं पता उनको. Dash is the apex policy making body for Dash क्या है? One क्या है? On behalf of the CBDT. हाँ तो apex policy body होगा income tax department. ठीक है चलेगा. Current chairperson पीसी मोदी सुशील चंद्रा ये तो चीफ इलेक्शन कमिश्नर है पीसी मोदी और जीबी महापात्रा में आई थिंक बरोबर ठीक है तो ये हो गया मेरा अब क्या क्या बचा है कितने बचे हैं मेरे पास 12 मिनट मैंने चले गया जस्ट क्विकली चेक इफ आई कैन फिगर आउट सम क्वेश्चंस अंडर रिव्यू न्यू पार्टी ये भी नहीं पता मेरे को 28 कम विराम so this is क्या क्या है D ठीक है D is correct ठीक है ये हो गया 20 इंडिया ये तो मेरे को बिल्कुल नहीं पता है ड्यूरेंट कप between Maharashtra and Bengal कुछ है क्या यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ? कोई आइडिया नहीं है। आई थिंक बंगाल हो सकता है यार। प्रॉब्ली ठीक है, आई विल टेक दिस गेस। वेस्ट बंगाल और महाराष्ट्र में आई थिंक बंगाल विल बी अ बेटर चॉइस। ये तो बिल्कुल नहीं पता मुझे। साइंटिफिक ये भी नहीं पता है। टूरिज्म यूज ऑफ द फॉलोइंग कंट्रीज ये भी नहीं पता है। कॉमिक्स ये भी नहीं पता है। फिक्शनल कैरेक्टर ये भी नहीं पता है। ये ठीक है। ये क्या है? ये भी नहीं पता है। इसमें मैंने कुछ मार्क किया कि नहीं? ये भी नहीं पता है। कितने क्वेश्चंस मैंने किए? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16। ओके 18 19 20 21। So in 30 I am 35। 35 में मेरे इतने सारे क्वेश्चन छूट गए। 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 So I'll have to attempt a few यार। ऐसे तो बहुत पीछे रह जाऊंगा मैं। कुछ तो I'll have to take informed guesses। शक्तिमान तो कुछ नहीं है। फैंटम, शिखारू, शंभू और चाचा चौधरी। अब इसमें मैं कैसे गेस करूं यार? Is it visible? Right. Guys, are you able to see me? All right, super. Let's begin. Just a second, please. All right, so ये this is the maximum I can do with GK. इससे ज़्यादा मुझे नहीं पता है. And I am through with 15 minutes. So in the next 15 minutes, I'll solve quantitative techniques. Hope it is visible. हाँ जी, ठीक है. हाँ. क्या है? Following is the line graph. Which of the following is the second lowest percentage of manufacturing sector out of the total GDP? Second lowest. ये lowest है 2014. Second lowest between 2013 and 2017. I think I'll go with 2017. Okay, second lowest दिख रहा है. During which period was the percentage of manufacturing sector out of total GDP stayed between 16.5 to 15.5? 16.5 to 15.5, तो ये और ये, तो ये क्या है 2010 से लेके 2012 तक, ठीक है। तो ये हो गया अपना। If in the year 2011 the GDP amount was 3 million rupees, then what was the amount contributed by the manufacturing sector in the year 2011? 2011 is this, GDP amount is 3 million. तो अगर उसमें कितना है ये 2011 ना 2011 16.2 16.2% of 3 million, which will be 6. हाँ जी 486 आ रहे हैं मेरा, मतलब 4008, ये जो भी है मतलब 4,86,000 हो गए। ठीक है सही कर रहा हूँ ना मैं, 2011 है 16.2 है 3 मिलियन। हाँ ठीक है चलो। In 2007, the GDP was 1 billion rupees. Then what was the contribution of sectors other than manufacturing in that year? Other than manufacturing in that year, 2007 में कितना है 17.3, 17.3 मतलब others कितना हो गया 82.7, तो 82.7 मतलब ये सबसे क्लोज तो यही है, I'll go with this, ठीक है। So 82.7% of 1 million rupees is this. So closest is this. Considering that the GDP from the year 2014 to 2017 was consistently 5 billion rupees, what was the sum of amount contributed by manufacturing sector for the period? 2014 से 2017 तक 5 मिलियन ही है। ओके ओके, तो मतलब कि ये परसेंटेज बस मैं इंक्रीज करता जाता हूँ, मतलब ये 15.1 प्लस 15.4 प्लस 15.3 प्लस 15.2, ठीक है, इंटू 5 मिलियन कर दूंगा, ठीक है, क्योंकि कॉमन है 5 मिलियन, तो इनको ऐड करके बस इंटू कर देता हूँ। 15.1 प्लस 15.4 प्लस 15.3 प्लस 15.2, 7 2 9 10, 10 मतलब 1 15 15 60 61 इंटू 5 मिलियन, 61% इंटू 5 मिलियन है ना, तो ये हो गया 5.30, ये हो गया मेरा आंसर है ना, 3,03,50,000, ठीक है। चलो लेट्स मूव अहेड। फॉलोइंग टेबल शोज, अब कितने टाइम बचे मेरे पास, 5 मिनट मेरा चला गया 5 क्वेश्चंस करने में, मेरे को 10 मिनट में और 10 क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करने हैं। फॉलोइंग टेबल शोज द नंबर ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स हु अपीयर्ड in the online crack exam. The number of students appearing is 1,000 and below is the data for qualified student as percentage of total number of students who appear. अच्छा ये परसेंटेज है, ठीक है चलेगा। ठीक है, तो अपीयर्ड 120 हुए हैं और 33.33% जो है वो क्वालिफाई हो गए हैं, ठीक है। तो व्हाट इज द टोटल नंबर ऑफ क्वालिफाइड स्टूडेंट्स, नंबर पूछ रहा है, इन बोथ 2018 एंड 2019 पुट टुगेदर, 18 और 19 में पुट टुगेदर, ये क्वालिफाइड है, ये परसेंटेज है। अच्छा ओके, तो मतलब 14.28 इंटू 210 प्लस 14.28% ऑफ 210 प्लस 12% ऑफ 230 विल फेच माय आंसर, ठीक है। तो वही कर लेता हूँ मैं, 14.28 वही है ना भाई, हाँ, इंटू 210 और 12% ऑफ 230। अच्छा ठीक है, इसको मैं कैसे करूँ, 14.28 को अगर मैं इंटू 2 करूँगा कितना होता है, 5856 कुछ तो है इसमें कैच यार, 210, 14.28 210, 7 से डिविजिबल है क्या 100, 100 को 7 से डिवाइड करूंगा तो कितना आएगा? 30 14.28 परफेक्ट। मतलब कि 14.28 और 100 मतलब 7 है। 100 का 7% इज 14.28, तो 210 का कितना परसेंट होगा? 14.28 210 डिवाइडेड बाई 3 है ना? नहीं ऐसे नहीं यार, एक मिनट रुको। 14.28 निकालना है मेरे को 210 का। 14.28 परसेंटेज ऑफ 210, 14.28 परसेंटेज ऑफ 2, हाँ ठीक है हो गया। तो ये 1/7 इंटू 210 इज माई करेक्ट आंसर। 1/7 इंटू 210 इज क्या? 30 हो गया ना? 30। तो एक का मेरा निकल गया। 2018 इज 30 किड्स वर क्वालिफाइड, और 12% ऑफ 23। तो ये तो मैं ऐसे ही कर लूंगा। ये कितना हो गया? 6 4 23 6 7 2 27.6 मतलब 28 मेरे हैं 2019 में, और 30 मेरे हैं 2018 में। ठीक है, तो 28 और 30, करेक्ट आंसर विल बी समवेयर अराउंड 57,600। ये हजार में है ना? ये होना चाहिए आंसर। व्हाट डू यू थिंक गाइस? 57,600 आई थिंक। वो 58,000 के अराउंड आ रहा है, सो यस दैट्स करेक्ट। मतलब मेरे हिसाब से, if it is known that due to a copy case 20% of students who qualified the exam in 2020 were declared disqualified, then how many students actually qualified the exams? If it is known that due to a copy case 20% of the students who qualified the exam in 2020, कितने हुए हैं qualification? 25 क्वालिफाई हुए हैं, 25% क्वालिफाई हुए हैं 160 के। मतलब कितने हो गए? 40 क्वालिफाई हुए हैं 2020 में। ठीक है, तो ये पूछ रहा है 20% of students who qualified the exams in 2020 were declared disqualified। 20% of 40, right? 20% of 40 कितना हुआ? 8। हाउ मेनी स्टूडेंट्स एक्चुअली क्वालिफाइड इन द एग्जाम्स? मतलब 20, ठीक है, तो 40 माइनस 8 करना है मेरे को बेसिकली। ठीक है, 32, तो 32 थाउजेंड्स में है, तो ये आई थिंक डी विल बी द करेक्ट चॉइस। हाँ, number of students who qualified the exam in the year 2017 were males and females in the ratio 5:4। 2017 में 5:4 का रेशियो मेल और फीमेल का। हाउ मेनी फीमेल्स क्वालिफाइड इन द एग्जाम? पहले मैं नंबर निकाल लेता हूँ। तो 24% ऑफ 150, 24% ऑफ 150, ये हो गया 3 2 36,000 हो गए मेरे टोटल नंबर। 36,000 में रेशियो क्या है? 5:4, मतलब 5x प्लस 4x इज इक्वल टू 36,000। ठीक है, मतलब 9x इज इक्वल टू 36,000, मतलब x इक्वल टू 4,000। क्या पूछ रहा है? हाउ मेनी फीमेल्स? 4 इंटू 4 16,000। ठीक है, हाँ जी। What is the total number of students who did not qualify the exam in the year 2016 and 2020 taken together? Did not qualify, तो पहले मेरे को qualified का निकालना पड़ेगा। 2016 में 33.33% आर क्वालिफाइड, मतलब 120 में आधे 1/3 क्वालिफाई हुए हैं, मतलब कि 40। ठीक है, तो 2016 में 40 क्वालिफाई हुए हैं, तो 80 नॉन क्वालिफाइड हो गए। ठीक है, और 2020 में 25% ऑफ 160 मतलब 40 अगेन। ठीक है, तो अगर 40 क्वालिफाई हुए हैं तो 120 नॉट क्वालिफाइड, तो 120 प्लस 80 कितना हो गया? 2 लाख 1,000। ठीक है, टू सॉरी 200,000, 2 लाख will be the correct answer. What is the ratio of number of student qualified to not qualified for the all the years taken together? ये टास्क होगा, चलो लेकिन कर लेता हूँ मैं। Number of students qualified to non-qualified for all the years taken together. This will be a task. कितना time है मेरे पास? I'll pass this. ये बहुत मैं पूरा ही मेरे को टेबल बनाना पड़ेगा. Anyway, so I'll move. What is the ratio? हाँ. अब ये देख लेते हैं. What is the ratio of number of males in Ohio to the number of females affected in Texas? क्या है भाई? People affected by conjunctivitis in 5 states. Male female का रेशियो है. Number of males affected to Ohio, number of females affected in Texas. अच्छा ऐसे. ठीक है. तो मैं सारा नंबर ही निकाल लेता हूँ. 21. सो टेक्सास में कितने हैं? टेक्सास में 21:20 का रेशियो है. ठीक है. और 123 है. 21:20 मतलब 41 हो गया. 41 और 123. 41x इक्वल टू 123 x इक्वल टू 31 है ना. तो हाँ जी कितना हो गया? 21 इंटू 31. 31 3 सॉरी 21 मतलब 63:60 ये है रेशियो टेक्सास में. और बाकी सबका भी निकाल लेता हूँ मैं. मिसिसिपी 288 है टोटल. और क्या है? 288 7:5 मतलब 12x इज इक्वल टू 288. x विल बी 24. ठीक है. तो क्या रेशियो हो गया? 24 into 7 कितना हो गया? 10 और 7 to 14. 148:5. 5 into 24 will be 120. ठीक है. मिसिसिपी का रेशियो मेरा आया 148. अरे 148 है क्या? 2 4 ठीक है. 24 into 7 7 4 28 7 to 14 168. 168:120 आ गया मिसिसिपी का रेशियो मेल और फीमेल का. कैरोलिना का देख लेते हैं. कैरोलिना का 96 है. 13:11 है. तो 24x इक्वल टू 96. x इक्वल टू 4. तो 13 into 4 मतलब 52 44. 52 और 44 रेशियो आ गया मेरा मेल और फीमेल कैरोलिना का. सिमिलरली ओहायो का देखते हैं. 9:5. सो 14x इज इक्वल टू 126. x विल बी क्या है? 9 होगा. x विल बी 9. सो 9 into 9 81. और 9 into 5 45. ठीक है. जॉर्जिया 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 इज 170 मतलब 7x इक्वल टू 175. x विल बी 25. सो यहाँ पे क्या रेशियो हो गया? 25 into 3 75:100. ठीक है. ठीक है. तो मेरा रेशियो आ गया. हाँ. अब मेरे को क्या पूछा? व्हाट इज द रेशियो ऑफ द नंबर ऑफ मेल्स इन ओहायो. ओहायो में मेल्स कितने? 81 है. एंड द नंबर ऑफ फीमेल्स अफेक्टेड इन टेक्सास में 60 है. सो 81:60 का रेशियो. 81:60. 81 एंड 60 को फर्दर कर दो कुछ आ रहा है क्या? 27 और 20. 27:20 का आंसर है मेरा. ठीक है. लेट्स मूव. सम ऑफ ऑल द मेल्स अफेक्टेड बाय कंजंक्टिविटिस इन ऑल द 5 states. So 63 plus 168 will be 1662. 231. 231 plus 52 will be 283. 283 plus 81 will be 83 plus 364. 364 plus 75. 439. 364 plus 75. 439. ठीक है. 439 आ गया मेरा. Sum of all the males affected by conjunctivitis in all the 5 states is 43900. बरोबर. If it is known that number of females affected in state of Mississippi is 24% of total population in this state, what is the population of females in Mississippi? Okay. State is 24% of total population in that state. अच्छा. तो मेरा कितना आया है मिसिसिपी में? 120 आया है। तो 120, 24% of total population in that state. What is the total population of females in Mississippi? अच्छा, तो क्या पूछ रहा है ये? 24%. So 24% of x is 120 is what this question is saying. So x will be 120 by 24, which is 500. 500,000 होगा आंसर। ठीक है, ये हो गया। अब क्या, द नंबर ऑफ फीमेल्स अफेक्टेड इन द स्टेट ऑफ जॉर्जिया इज व्हाट परसेंट ऑफ नंबर कैरोलिना? जॉर्जिया में फीमेल इज 100 और कैरोलिना में फीमेल्स आर 44. So Georgia is what percent of the number of females affected in Carolina? तो 100 is what percent of 44? ठीक है, ये होगा ना? क्या है? जॉर्जिया, जॉर्जिया इज 100 ना? हाँ, जॉर्जिया इज 100 एंड कैरोलिना, कैरोलिना, अरे मेल्स है यार, सॉरी, 75 एंड number of males affected in Georgia, right? So 75 and 44, right? 44, हाँ। तो 75 is what percentage of 44 is what I need to find. 75 is what percentage of 44? तो 200% से थोड़ा कम होगा, है ना? 150% of 44 will be 66, ठीक है? तो 200% और 150% के बीच में मेरा बस एक ही है. This will be the correct choice. Ratio of total females affected to the total affected in all the 5 states taken together. Total females affected to the total affected. अच्छा, okay. टोटल फीमेल्स कितने होंगे? 180, 180 और 44, 224, 224 एंड 45, 224 एंड 45, 224 एंड 45, 269, 269 एंड 369, 369, और वो कितना था? 439 ना? 369 और 439 कितना था? टोटल मेल कितने थे भाई? हाँ, 439, ठीक है। तो 369 और 439 को मैंने ऐड कर दिया। 1863, 10 हो गया, 437, 808. So 369 by 808 will be the correct choice. All 5 states, 369, 808, ठीक है। चलो, थोड़ा सा ज्यादा टाइम लग गया है मेरा। 35 minutes have gone. I have completed only GK and quant. ठीक है। So now I will move to, I think I'll move to logical reasoning and then probably get back to legal aptitude. ठीक है, या लीगल एप्टीट्यूड कर लो? लीगल एप्टीट्यूड आई थिंक I'll go ahead with. ठीक है, चलो। Is everything visible, guys? Yes. All right, super. So I move with legal aptitude section. क्या है ये? I'll just quickly check how many passages are there. यहाँ से शुरू हो रहा है। 16, सारे ये 5-5 क्वेश्चंस के पैसेजेस हैं क्या? हाँ, सारे 5-5 क्वेश्चंस। ठीक है, ऐसे करूँ थोड़ा सा मैं हैफज़ार्ड जाऊंगा, so I'll quickly look at something which I can go ahead and you know pick up. Maybe I'll pick up this. This is the easiest. Principles of national justice, blah blah blah. Mr. Asthana is a public servant employed in a public sector undertaking. So he engineer also competent technical section. Hindu. Being executive without any negotiation international future, the government disciplinary proceedings against him. Now, on what grounds Mr. Asthana we challenge your findings? Okay. Okay. So I think it would be C. Right. This will be C. Clearly, she holds a personal bias. So she shouldn't have been the one presiding over it. This is one of the principles of national justice. Nemo judex in sua causa. Okay. So I hope everybody agrees with C here. All right. Mr. Asthana was very sensitive about the allegation made against him and wanted the issue to be decided by an impartial panel. On this request, the state government appointed another panel which consisted of the chairperson of an NGO called Mahila Mitra, promoting women's rights. Is the challenge of constitution of such a panel by Mr. Asthana on the ground that decision of such a panel might be biased in favor of women sustainable? क्यों अगर नहीं not this is not a personal bias ना, merely having some opinion or sort of favoring a certain group does not mean that you will have personal bias, right? So if some perception is involved, of course you cannot say that somebody was personally biased. So between B and C, no, as there is no likelihood of bias on the part of chairperson of NGO. There is only one member of the panel. So between B and C, I'll go ahead with B, which is a better option, right? Mr. Bindu writes a book on sexual harassment of women at workplace, and same is published by Eastern Book House. State government of Uttar Pradesh appointed a committee to select books for purchase for school and college libraries. The assessment committee included Eastern Book House along with other authors and publishers. अच्छा ईस्टर्न बुक हाउस का ही वही है, मतलब कमेटी वापस ईस्टर्न बुक हाउस को ले आया. Mr. Bindu selecting and purchase a deliberate discussion. She said selection violation of principle of national justice. What do you think should be the answer, guys? So, if there is a conflict of interest involved, of course, one of the principle of natural justice will be violated. Clearly, the answer is A here. Okay. So let's move ahead. Yuvraj, son of Mrs. Bindu, is a law student. Some students of his college had complained to the VC that he had used unfair means at the examination. An inquiry committee was appointed, which consisted of staff members. The complaining students firmly requested to dissolve the said committee and appoint another committee out of a panel of names submitted by them. अच्छा वो खुद ही चाहते हैं कि जो हम नाम सबमिट करें उसमें से निकालो. Accordingly, a new committee was appointed. After the inquiry, Yuvraj was rusticated from the college for his conduct. Is the said decision liable to be quashed on the ground of bias? Definitely. If the names were suggested by them, by the people who were involved, of course, this is a clear case of biasness. Okay? Of course, there will be conflict of interest when it comes to the decision making of committee. So क्या होगा? Yes, as there was actual bias involved in decision was chosen by complaining students, as the committee was chosen by themselves for a bias and enmity against Yuvraj. Between C and D, what do you think should be an appropriate choice, guys? Between C and D, guys, between C and D, what do you think should be the answer? What do you think between C and D? Yeah, I also think it should be. Yeah, could be both. Yeah, chosen by the complaining students themselves who had a bias and enmity against Yuvraj, as there was actual bias involved in the decision, as the members of committee were chosen by complaining students, as the committee was chosen by complaining. See, the thing is, D actually is a better option. I'll tell you why. Because we don't know this, but we definitely know this, that they definitely had a bias against Yuvraj, but we don't know whether the bias has been exercised or not, right? So उनको सच में लगा कि हाँ युवराज deserves to be rusticated, or was it the bias percolating? This we can't figure out. But what we definitely know is that generally उनमें तो bias होगा ही. So yes, I think, although of course C is also very close, but I'll go ahead with D. Yeah, Ali. See, the thing is, right. You are also correct. Enmity is a very strong word, but C. Look at C. The thing is, you just don't know whether the actual bias was involved in the decision or not. So therefore, I would go ahead with D. ठीक है, but yes, C and D both are correct. My personal choice will be D. ठीक है, चलो let's move. Which of the following is not a case of violation of principle of natural justice? There's a reasonable suspicion from circumstances of the case that bias might have infected the decision. Okay, there's a probability of bias about purity of decision on account of previous enmity. Okay, there is a surmise. Surmise is a conjecture, okay, of a wrongful decision by the panel as evident from its prior decision in similar matters. So surmise is slightly small word. In term, अगर मैं bias, actual bias की बात करूं, so surmise is just a prelude or just a small step before actual bias. So C is an option which I would like to keep. Let me see what D is. There's a substantial possibility of bias in the opinion of accused person who has relevant information of the case. This again is a violation. So A, B, and D are violations. C is not a violation per se. All right. So legal, I will try and finish in 20 more minutes. I'll try and cover at least 20 more questions. That's what my target is. So I'm trying, I'm targeting around 25 to 28. Okay? Let's see. Which of the following cases did Supreme Court of India observe the right to reasonable accommodation as a fundamental right guaranteed under Article 14, 15, and 21? Vikas Kumar, Saimullah, Rakesh Vaisnav, Mohammad Umar. I have no clue. So I'll just mark it. Unnecessary risk नहीं लेने का. Shambhu is a National Law University student that provides under blah blah blah. Mowgli, who is a partially handicapped up to 45% wishes to study in college, and he even gets through the entrance examination. Upon reaching the college, he realizes there are only stairs. There are only stairs and no slopes for disabled persons. He cannot take a lift because handicapped person are not allowed to take a lift. Moreover, because of this, all disabled students are not attending classes. Shambhu files a complaint with the administration to bring these changes or return his fees. Despite numerous requests, his fee was not returned. He decided to challenge the policy of university for violating his fundamental right. ठीक है. Non-discrimination, blah blah blah. ठीक है. Okay. Yes, guys. What do you think should be the answer here? Especially handicapped. हाँ जी, क्या लगता है? बी? What do you think should be the answer, guys? Because a person to enjoy the right to live. I also think it should be B. Okay. Alright, prepare for IIT JEE. He's not aware of the procedure for the exam but wants to understand it by joining coaching. He decides to join Prodigy classes for the same. But he decides to not accept his application as he is 40% blind and will not be able to attend the classes. Further, he has to know that since he is blind, he cannot fill the form of IT exam and they do not provide a writer who has to write his answers. Vaibhav is disheartened to witness this, but Jeetu Bhaiya comes to the rescue. He, along with other disabled students, approach Supreme Court under Article 32. So, of course, Article 32 can be taken recourse of, provided your fundamental rights have been violated. So, here, what do you think the answer should be? Since this is private coaching, they cannot be compelled to accommodate the rights of above. If his possession is acceptable, coaching will have to accommodate the request of every disabled student. Parent students cannot claim disability unless the blindness is permanent. एक मिनट, ये इसने किसके अगेंस्ट फाइल किया है? प्राइवेट कोचिंग के अगेंस्ट फाइल किया है या गवर्नमेंट के अगेंस्ट फाइल किया है? Just a second. हाँ जी, क्या लगता है? What do you think should be the answer here? B can't be. Possession is accepted. Blind students cannot claim disability. C can't be. Since this is a private coaching, they cannot be compelled to accommodate the rights of above. Nowhere is it written that he is just filing a case against private coaching. So I think it should be D. By elimination, I'll come to D. ठीक है? हाँ जी, Hardin, sports enthusiast and loves experience in different sports, but life has not been very promising. Now the doctors have restricted him from performing sports activity, even as a pacemaker to stimulate blood flow. But the doctors have advised him that is normal for the human body to suffer from heart-related disease, and that he should not worry about, as he will have a normal life. Sports for All is an institution that trains disabled people for free in special sports. Hardin applies to the institution on the grounds of his heart disease so that he cannot continue. He can continue enjoying sports. However, his application is rejected. Does not consider heart disease as a disability. हाँ जी, ये क्या लगता है? Hmm. Since heart disease is not special treatment, discrimination, heart disease should be treated. In special sports, अच्छा ये भी है ना? तो ऐसा, हाँ, so of course if he is suffering from a disease, of course the university will have its own prerogative and discretion. ठीक है. So B, I think, will be the correct choice. So let's move ahead. Louise is an actress who works in the film and TV industry, and she is known for the face of many hit shows. However, she is physically handicapped and her ability to perform is limited. That is why, if she is supposed to be a part of show, the team which hires her needs to make special arrangements for her. In one of the interviews, she was called out as being the highest paid actor and still not being able to do things as per with others. She was said to mean things because the industry has to adjust according to her standard. After seeing the interview, Julie filed a petition to the Supreme Court asking for basic facilities for artists as they are unnecessarily subjected to discrimination. Okay. Ability to perform is limited. Hmm. He should not be paid because the law already treats her special. This is a big option, of course. Requirement to accommodate the special needs of the disabled should not be considered as discrimination. ठीक है. B is somewhat okay. Accommodating the special needs of every disabled person leads to discrimination. Again, it's a very vague generalization. So A and C are eliminated, and of course D is automatically eliminated, which leaves me with B. ठीक है. अब 21 पे आते हैं. ये क्या है? Heuristic theory of dying declaration. Okay. Falsehood under clause 1, Evidence Act, a statement made by President. Okay. हाँ जी, क्या बात है, ये तो पूरा फिल्मी है. What do you think should be the answer? Yes, Hari, I know that there's some stream delay because of network issues, but ठीक है. So of course this is a very obvious choice. As she sufficiently told who was the accused, that will lead to it being considered as her dying declaration. ठीक है. Full consciousness जरूरी नहीं है. The idea is the person should know what they are talking about before dying. So C will be the correct choice. Yes, yes, all of you are correct here. Right, Damini, a school teacher, aged about 20 years, was allegedly raped by headmaster and co-teacher. The teacher narrated the incident to her mother, brother, and uncle. The matter was reported 11 days after incident. Doctor who examined reported that she had been subjected to sexual intercourse in the recent past. Unable to the humiliation of rape, she committed suicide 5 months later. Is the statement admissible as dying declaration? What do you think, guys? देखो यहाँ पे क्या लिखा हुआ है. Dying declaration is made in extremity when the party is at the point of death and where every hope of the world is gone, when every motive to falsehood is silenced, and the man is induced by the most powerful consideration to speak only the truth. That's the idea of dying declaration. कि मरते वक्त जब they know that they are dying, of course they will, speak truth. So yeah, is this statement admissible as a dying declaration? The statement which was given to her mother. Yes, guys. है ना? So this is slightly difficult to prove as a dying declaration because when she went ahead and told it to her mom, she nobody could have figured out that, or she could not have figured out that she will commit suicide herself. Okay, so I think it should be A, right? So let's move ahead. Sheetal was kidnapped and blindfolded. Raj found Sheetal on the road and vegetarian and blindfolded and gave her water. Blood was flowing all over the body before death. She saw Boni striking a knife in which caused so much loss of blood. Whether Sheetal's statement is dying declaration. हाँ जी, तो इसमें तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. Right. What do you think about this question, guys? Sheetal was kidnapped and blindfolded. Hmm. Hmm. Wait, as a person cannot lie on death bed, was conscious when the knife was stuck in her stomach as the statement was made of larger, not a police officer or doctor. But sadly, she was blindfolded. So वही है वहाँ पे I don't think it will be a dying declaration. So मेरे हिसाब से B होना चाहिए. Neelam, friend of Sheetal, witnessed the killing of Sheetal. She was grievously hurt by the accused but managed to file an FIR, where she wrongly mentioned the second part of the name of the accused, which was clarified by her before her death, giving a clarifying statement under Section 161, whether such a statement is reliable. Okay. Hmm. हाँ तो I definitely it is a dying declaration, but between B and D, uh, as a clarifactory statement has made it reliable as a dying declaration, as a statement is inextricably intertwined with her death. D is factually correct. ठीक है. C, B in fact is not that authentic. I mean I'll go with D rather than B because the clarifactory statement in fact is inconsistent with the earlier statement. So yeah, I will go ahead with D. Section 32. So what is this? हाँ ये भी वही है. Section 32. अच्छा ये ऊपर है क्या? तो वही है. ये is a dying declaration made to a lunatic person admissible. Made to a lunatic person admissible. Some person. To any of these ठीक है तो between discusses the cause of his death to a magistrate or doctor. D तो बिल्कुल नहीं होगा. Between A, B and C, can be to anyone. To a sound person. I think it should be B. क्या लगता है guys? Should be B. Between A, B, and C, D though can't be an option. Has to be made to a sound person, otherwise it would not make sense. Hmm. चलो ठीक है. So काफी टाइम चला गया है. All right. जल्दी करना पड़ेगा. Coffee engine में adults and minded and special manager both the parents ये क्या है? Okay. Conversion. Non-bailable offense. Blah blah blah. Constitutional democracy. Blah blah blah. Causing new adults and married under special marriage act, who their parents have not accepted for 10 years of their money and his father filed an affair against Pussy for trying to forcefully convert her. Whether his doctor and law so that she cannot leave, she was habeas corpus in court. Habeas corpus, okay. Habeas corpus से क्या होगा भाई? क्या? कुछ है क्या यहाँ पे दिया हुआ? Okay, conversion to privacy resonates an article in documents tab. Purpose, totally locked in the dimension should not leave his house and meet Percy. And Chinu's father should be liable for kidnapping. Vague है. Both are married under Special Marriage Act. There is no point in forceful religious conversion. Again, a vague option. Between A and B, habeas corpus is not valid because Chinu's father still her legal guardian. Habeas corpus is maintained because Chinu has the right to marry whoever he wants. But I'm not sure about habeas corpus if it can be brought in these cases. Mm, I'll go with B, but I'll mark it for review. हेब्रीज कॉर्पस अगर वैलिड नहीं भी है तो इस रीजन से वैलिड नहीं है. इट इज बिकॉज usually a writ can be enforced against a state. These are fundamental freedoms that cannot be restricted disproportionately by state and its instrumentality. तो यार by the state and its instrumentality तो habeas corpus maintainable है. यही तो मेरे को लग रहा है. पता नहीं. Let's see. Aries Amanda leaves the appearance and contributions on love, or she has developed a relationship with Marshall does not to get married soon. They focus on what they can relation. Okay. हाँ तो ये तो सिंपल है. I don't think it will be a problem. What do you think, guys? 27 will be C because he never forced him to convert. So C is my guess. State of Rampur has passed a law that states that anyone who wants to marry a person of a different caste must publish the notification of her marriage, and anyone who has an objection to the same can file an objection to nearest marriage registrar. Even if you are trying to marry each other, but they do not want to go through this process because their parents are against it. If they will get to know about this, try to harm both of them. Both of them want to challenge the law. Okay. Okay. Law to not marry under this law. Exactly. No law has the right to violate the right to no law has the right to violate the right to privacy. Public. Objection. Pollution protection and go to marry. Have a choice to not marry under this law. Anyone. So it's a blanket law. I think it should be C. I'll just put it as a. Lalu and Laila. Same person only has an objection to the marriage and divorce has an objection to the fact that only Lalu had already married. Okay, for the partner Good. क्या क्वेश्चन बनाया है सेम कास्ट बट फ्रॉम अ डिफरेंट रिलीजन ये क्या है भाई one thing is for sure Lara has filed an FIR to state that Ori was forcefully married because their castes are different. ये तो of course it is something which it will not it can't sustain. So Lala is wrong. So between A and B. Lalu may force Laila to convert to his religion. Lalu may force Laila to convert to his religion. कैसे बताओ उसको? I will go ahead with probably B होना चाहिए आर्यन. I don't know यार. I'll put this as review as well. Between A and B. हाँ जी. Ranjan has elevated signs that she was. Salima has not attained the age of marriage. She is living with Ranjan. This person not had hostile as in oh, ऑर्डिनेंस कौन सा आया भाई? चाहिए वाला उत्तर प्रदेश में ऐसे ऐसे ऑर्डिनेंसेस पास होते हैं. तो क्या है कन्वर्जन? चलो अब आगे देखते हैं. These mentary rights है क्या ये वाला क्या है? Work protests 19-1 A 19-1 B. Yes, guys. What do you think should be the answer? D तो हो ही नहीं सकता है. पैसा शायद मिल रहा था ना कुछ. State government gives 20% of revenue to school. हाँ तो ये C और D तो नहीं होगा. It's not appropriately framed, but this is the closest choice. A, C, and D are so out of the scope only. There's no right to protest is out of scope. Religious institute, but they're still getting funding 20%. So of course that will be a problem. or ES1 cannot be allowed to go on hunger strike against their will again. That is not something which we can do. So I think it should be B. Saji is around the world, what does it mean? Can now use force cannot use force against protesters. Arbitrary of state action. They cannot be. There is no law to send this is violation of Article 14 D. Yeah. I think it should be B. Okay. हाँ यार ये 20% ही रेवेन्यू है ना ये क्या हो रहा है यार मेरे को ये नहीं होगा रेंट थोड़ी सी फंडिंग की वजह से पूरा थोड़ी ना होगा 20%. ये कैसा है यार क्या लॉ क्या बनाया है permission to hold protest this is a pretty critical arbitrary powers हाँ ठीक है हो गया टाइम नहीं है मेरे पास शिट तेरा हो गया प्रिया एन एडवोकेट ऑफ सुप्रीम कोर्ट शी वांट्स टू चैलेंज कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनलिटी सी बिकॉज़ ऑफ डिफरेंट लॉ help me out here guys what do you think what could be the answer here let's see public policy does प्राइवेट यूनियन तो बंद करते ही हैं। कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनली परमिसिबल है या नहीं ये मेरे को नहीं पता है, यहाँ पर नहीं दे रखा है क्या? टेस्ट। C can't be the option. B is a dream right to protest. Have no right to protest. ये तो कैसे ही होगा? C and D तो can't be between A and B. क्या बचा मेरा? अरे बहुत बचा है भाई। लॉजिकल रीजनिंग से शुरू करते हैं। ठीक है। ओके ओके ठीक है। So start with this. 10% PQRC are sitting on solution facing the center not necessarily in that order. R is setting third to the left of T. T मैंने मान लिया एक पॉइंट पे, तो R is setting third to the left of T. Left first second third, ठीक है। ये यहाँ पे R हो गया and then T setting third to the left of T. Q is setting second to the right of U. कितने लोग हैं? P Q R S T 4 और 3 7। Q is sitting second to the right of U. Q is sitting second to the right of U. कुछ भी हो सकता है। S is the neighbor of neither R nor T. P is not adjacent to S. Q is sitting second to the right of U, who is not adjacent to T. U जो है sitting second to the right of U, who is not adjacent to T. यहाँ नहीं होगा, नहीं हो सकता। So अगर मैं यहाँ पे ये को रखूँगा तो who is sitting second to the right of U, second to the right of U, नहीं हो सकता, यहाँ नहीं हो सकता और यहाँ बचा Q is sitting second to the right of U. Q और U to the right of U, यहाँ पे हो गया। अच्छा यहाँ तो यही होगा, Q is sitting second to the right of U. और क्या बचा? P was not adjacent to T. S is the neighbor of neither R nor T. S is the neighbor of neither R nor T. तो यहाँ नहीं हो सकता है, S S यहाँ पे हो गया। क्या बचा? P is not adjacent to S. P is not adjacent to S. P पे आ गया। P Q R S T U और B हो गया। तो सेटिंग राइट टू U, राइट टू U R, ठीक है। करेक्ट चॉइस। और वो सेटिंग बिटवीन S and T, S and T V। चलो ये हो गया मेरा। चलो दो क्वेश्चंस हुए लॉजिकल के। और क्या है भाई? Clock which uses 15 minutes a day shows the correct time at 8 a.m. What will be the approximate time in this clock, and the correct time is 8 p.m. the next day? Uses 15 minutes in a day, shows the correct time at 8 a.m. ओके ठीक है, तो 8 AM से 8 AM और फिर 8 PM, हाँ ठीक है ठीक है। सो 24 घंटे में 15 मिनट लूज करता है, तो 8 AM फ्रॉम दैट डे टू द नेक्स्ट डे इट विल लूज 15 मिनट्स। What will be the approximate time in a clock when the correct time is 8 PM the next day? ओके, 15 मिनट लूज कर दिया नेक्स्ट दिन की 8 AM तक, एंड देन फर्दर फॉर 12 hours it will lose another half of this. So half of 15 minutes which is 7.5. तो टोटल कितना लूज किया? 15 प्लस 7.5, 22.5. सो 8 PM माइनस 22.5 मिनट्स, ये हो गया आंसर। Okay, भाई, all slum dwellers are poor. All slum dwellers are poor. No poor are happy. No poor are happy. No slum dwellers are happy. No slum dwellers are happy. हाँ, ये तो सही है। हाँ, no slum dwellers are happy, ये सही है। Some dwellers may be happy. Some dwellers may be happy. Some poor are not happy. Some poor are not happy. हाँ, no happy are poor. No happy are poor. हाँ ठीक है, तो वन तो है सही मेरा, टू सही नहीं है, तो टू ये ए और बी नहीं हो सकता है। बिटवीन सी एंड डी ओनली थ्री फॉलोज। सम पुअर आर नॉट हैप्पी, सम पुअर आर नॉट हैप्पी, ऑल पुअर्स आर नॉट हैप्पी, हाँ तो ओनली वन फॉलोज होगा। ठीक है, it's time that Indian media was monitored by government regulation, and if anyone is found guilty of factually wrong reporting, they should be dealt with under appropriate laws. ठीक है, assumptions: India media is bad at reporting. India media is corrupt. Okay, नहीं ये भी नहीं है। Media may give out misinformation. What do you think, guys? What do you think? I think it should be B. Although one or two it does not fall. B only, right? चलो आगे देखते हैं। So access of health is a remote area at and family health and patient had started seeking them. There was no guarantee that they would meet trained medical personnel at these centers. There's a lack of commitment among doctors and primary health centers. Appointment primary health centers in remote areas are woefully inadequate. Health centers. Seeking them, there was no guarantee that they would meet trained medical personnel. ठीक है, there's a lack of trained medical person in primary health center, ये तो सही है। थर्ड सही है, appointment in primary health centers in remote areas are woefully inadequate. There's no guarantee. There's a lack of commitment among doctors in primary health center. Commitment should be थ्री तो डेफिनेटली होगा, वो या तो ये डी होगा या तो ये सी होगा। Appointments in primary health center and remote areas are inadequate. Access of health facilities in remote areas are improved by setting up of primary health centers. Patients had started seeking them. There was no guarantee that they would meet trained medical personnel in these centers. Between C and D, guys, lack of commitment among doctors and primary health centers. Maybe let's do D only. I'll go with C. C we need D, I think. ठीक है चलो कोई नहीं. अरे भाई. Countries. Guys, what do you think? Weekend क्या कर रहा है? ठीक है 23 celebration. Yes guys, look at this question. Tell me what do you think should be the answer. I just have 20 minutes here. Yes. Let it be, let it be. ये कर लेता हूँ. Question. Huge article here. What is the other missing mutant like treating a symptom rather than disease? You guys will have to help me out here, guys. It will be very difficult for me to, you know, go ahead and solve this question without your help. So please help me out here. Okay. What do you think? Should it be A? Yeah. I think it should be A. Coeval is contemporary. Where is the sentence? कहाँ है? One. Okay. Rajesh, 15 minutes यार. What do you think should be the answer here, guys? Let's move on to commodification. Commercialization of education skills are led to slightly to capability poor क्या है भाई really poor अच्छा okay I think it has to do with something with education. I have no clue this. कुछ word would I get? Okay, 10 questions. 5. extraordinarily large, very descriptive mock, I must say. So let me first check out the word meaning questions. Falling, which is one synonym to that field. Limit. What do you think should be the answer, guys? Interrupt or stall? Limit. I think it should be stall. Limit. Repeatedly strong triangles and formatting certain इंटरप्ट नहीं हो सकता है एड भी नहीं हो सकता है बिटवीन लिमिट एंड सीरीज stopped no so it's going to be the right choice really lack of public awareness has been a huge adoption has been a huge lack of public awareness has been a huge some negative word right so has to be between A and B has been a huge barricade to adoption and arrangements to promoting visibility have been have had significant process. B is to say to noting what theory is moved on. Okay. Semblance. Semblance is facade. Finesse very skillful, so has to be inept. Alright, finding both managers and employees must be good. Skills, understanding public. Between AB and CEO it has to be clear or transparent or lucid. The employees must be very lucid. Right? Must be transparent. Again, I don't think that will work. I'll go with B. Equal A 20. Scotch. Scotch is affliction. Mostly from what is the article? This is a magazine name, two-shirt name, newspaper, 25, research. All right, now let's quickly look at that's the primary purpose of this passage. Okay. I just have 10 minutes, guys. Let's see what I can do. Also, can you take a guess with respect to my marks? How much do you think I would be scoring here? जल्दी जल्दी से just write down on the chat box. ये अमृत ठीक है. Awareness here should be A, guys. What do you think? Emerging economies, developing country. Okay. Should they follow stalling? Stalling. See, stopped. Stalling. I am confused between C and D. चलो ठीक है कोई नहीं. C नहीं लग रहा, D लग रहा है मेरे को. Sure. Tone. Slightly optimistic. So these are negative. Sympathetic हो सकता है. नहीं. Maybe sanguine. This is another. Okay. Okay. देखते हैं क्या है. I have 8 minutes 30 seconds. हाँ ठीक है. Yes. What do you think, guys? What do you think should be the answer? Irony नहीं है, sarcasm नहीं है. Rhetorics में ही बात कर रहे हैं. He's not expecting answers, है ना? Concept of a culture, fragility of culture and its rules, rise due to fragility of cultures. Uh, uh, minutes. Cultural polarity इतना एक्सट्रीम नहीं है. It's a very generic. कितने हुए इसमें? 15 क्वेश्चन किए हैं इसमें मैंने. और गुड है. छोड़ सकते हैं. क्वेश्चन इजी थे बट बहुत लंबा था. चलो ठीक है, कोई नहीं. 15 क्वेश्चंस here, somewhere around 10 here. Anything which I'm left with? So should I go with the obvious? ये कर दूं? विकास कुमार. लेकिन ऐसा क्यों कुछ नहीं है? ठीक है, let it be. फिर 28 क्या है? No, is very extreme. ये तो नहीं हो सकता. नहीं हो सकता. बिटवीन सी एंड बी. ठीक है. और क्या हुआ? और कुछ बचा है? कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा. I just have 1 minute. Let me see if I can do something with GK. एक आध गेस करता हूँ. ये तो ठीक है. तो इसका मेरे को लग रहा है फर्स्ट I'm not scoring more than 80. ऐसा लग रहा है मुझे. ठीक है guys, it's over. Let me see how much I've scored. Hmm. Yep. So it was not a great performance. But, but yeah, the questions were very lengthy, first of all. And I didn't do justice to, I think, legal aptitude section because there's where I spent the most time in. So if I look at time management, legal aptitude is 43 minutes. Skipped is 8 minutes. So I've spent 51, 52 minutes there, which I think was a problem for me. Quantitative technique was perfect, 15 minutes. Logical reasoning was also good. English was also decent. जितना जितना इसमें स्कोर किया उतना was good actually. But legal and general knowledge were really disappointing. So I should have ideally taken less time here and should have put more here. Acha, you are not able to see the screen. I'm so sorry. Just a second. Just a second, guys. Is it visible? Right. So this is the score. Ideally, I should have scored around 90, considering this was a difficult paper. But yeah, I spent a lot of time on legal aptitude, which was a disaster for me. So I spent around 52 minutes here, and that sort of created a huge problem for me. Otherwise, I think the paper was fine. I was able to do well in quant. GK is also okay. GK was something which I am okay with. So 15 minutes here was just fine. Legal वाला problem हो गया. अगर I would have spent here 35 minutes. 15 minutes I should have divided between English and logical, and I should have ideally scored somewhere around 90 to 95. That was what I should have done. But anyway, this was how to take and we come up with this to give you a practical way of going about your papers. So of course this mock was slightly difficult, and a score of 80 to 85, I'm pretty sure you will be amongst the toppers. But ideally, your score should have been somewhere around 90 to 95 in a paper like this, in the actual common law admission test, so to speak, to fetch you the top 5 NLU rank. So, with this, any questions here? I would love to reply to any questions you have. Projects channel BB school. Can you give some tips for English RC? See, reading comprehension, for that, the first thing which you'll have to do is to improve your comprehension skills by reading as much as possible. So that is something which will only come with practice. That is something which you can't do. There's no, hard and fast rule to just ace English. It has to come through practice. There has to be a lot of newspaper reading involved. There has to be a decent vocabulary, ineptness as well, adeptness as well, and only then you will be able to have that basic, ability to understand the comprehension and then carefully choose your correct options. All right. So with this, we come to the end of the session. It was lovely to have all of you. It's very late at night. So I wish you all the best, and we will keep on coming with similar